Hey guys, welcome back to Being Random. I'm Aslesh,
I'm Aditya.
and
This
this
is
is Bhargav. Back again for another episode.
Yes,
And
yes.
we was talking about engineering, and Aditya was telling me, I don't know, from the
We
last
were talking,
episode,
I think we were sharing all our wild stories.
wild
Traumas.
stories, engineering stories. I think the fun and also traumas, yes. But yeah, couple of fun things. And Aditya's sleeping with rats, waking up with shit
Dude, that
around
sounded
him.
wrong, dude. I don't sleep with rats. I was sleeping and the rat bit me, just to make it very
Yeah,
clear.
the rat bit you.
Bit me on my foot.
Ate you.
Dude, that's so gross. Oh my
Okay.
god, this guy's on another level.
If you want to find out more, go check out the last episode.
Previous episode, yeah.
But yes, actually, when you were telling me about how you guys removed the window and went, I remember in engineering, I was part of the filmmaking club. So we used to make. This is how I edit, right? That's how I
Okay.
learned
Oh, okay.
editing. Is because I was
And
part
I
of.
think you have an interest also, right?
Yes, yes, I do. I did
Yeah,
have.
me
I
too.
knew it beforehand. I learned it on my own. So in the first year, I was very into it, and I did, I think, 6, 7 short films where I edited all of them
Oh.
and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah.
With heroine, without heroine.
With Hiran, I wasn't. I was just the editor,
Okay.
so I was not
Just
in the.
asking, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
They were
offscreen,
here.
if someone was recording, we would have caught something. But
Someone was recording.
Oh, ఏదో ఉంది story.
Hey,
Okay,
Amma,
okay.
ఏందో,
We want
ఏదో
to hear
చెప్పాడు.
this.
It was
Anyways,
Ah.
అయితే so what happened? One day I went out.
Okay.
We had to edit, and my director and the guy who was doing the screenplay, all of them were proper Bangalore people. They went home and then they called me out to some cafe. They wanted to sit and finish up the edit, and I came home late. I came to the hostel late. Our cutoff was 10, and I showed up at 11. It was raining, proper Bangalore weather, and for some reason that day I was like, I didn't drink in hostel during that time. This was in 2018.
Meaning you never drank at all? Or?
No, I never drank in the hostel or inside the college.
So everybody drinks in the hostel?
Yeah. Like if you got the opportunity, yes, but you have to sneak it in, huh?
మేము
So-
అంతే
so
కానీ
wait.
ఎక్కడో ఒక్కడి దగ్గర ఉండేది
నాకు
ఒక బాటిల్ 20 మంది
ఎంత కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఉందంటే మేము ద జిమ్ యూస్ టు వర్క్అవుట్ అట్ మీ అండ్ భార్గవ్ దాని పక్కనే ఆల్కహాల్ వైన్ షాప్ ఉంటుంది ఓకేనా
ఏ లొకేషన్
దాని పక్కనే
and the opposite is a restaurant, a fast food center.
ఎస్
నౌ ఐ థింక్ వాట్ మై బాయ్ సెడ్ నో ఆఫ్టర్ ఫినిషింగ్ వర్కౌట్ హ్యావ్ అ బియర్ అండ్
that
హ్యావ్
would have set for you.
Perfect.
Anyways, if you guys want content on that, again, check it out. But anyways, so I went. I bought Magic Moments half-liter bottle, vodka, orange flavor. I remember. మొత్తం వర్షం పడుతుంది.
at that point those flavors were very famous.
Yeah, Magic Moments cheap.
I used to in Tamil Nadu we never had magic moment and all that.
Old Monk,
We had old monk also we never used to get.
local.
All of these are
Local.
near to me.
In Madras, because it was government run, Taskmarks,
Hmm.
we used to get local stuff. So they used to have vodka. They
Yeah.
used to have apple flavor, but it will burn your throat.
Yeah, Magic Moments is also like that.
Oh,
So,
I know. Okay.
anyways, what happened? Orange flavored. My senior was dropping me. Some varsham scooty paina, and I was editing. So I had like my Dell XPS laptop, like a really nice laptop in my bag, all of my electronics, my headsets, everything in the bag, and it's raining. And my ass decided I want to buy alcohol, and I went and I bought alcohol. And I put it, so my bag had 2 zips, one front zip and one long zip. I put the bottle in the front zip. Okay, na. And I was like, no one checked my bag till now in the hostel. Till now, no one checked. నేను గేట్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్తే మెయిన్ గేట్ యూ హ్యావ్ వన్ మెయిన్ గేట్ వాళ్ళు అన్నారు వాట్ 11 అయింది నేను ఐ వాంట్ లెట్ యూ ఇన్ అన్నాడు ఐ సెడ్ సార్ కాలేజ్ పని క్లబ్ పని ఐ హ్యాడ్ టు అండ్ సి ఐఎమ్ అ తెలుగు గై ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ న్యూ ఐఎమ్ అ తెలుగు గై బట్ ఐ యూస్ టు స్పీక్ కన్నడ ఐ లర్న్ కన్నడ బై దెన్
Yeah, yeah.
సో నేను అందరికి చాలా బటర్ వేసి కన్నడలో మాట్లాడితే
We know why you're using that today. These days.
Yeah. So then,
Blushing
No, I
is
didn't
a-
get you.
He's blushing. I'll tell you
సరే
later.
తర్వాత చెప్తాం.
Shy is coming అక్కడ.
Then what happened? We
ఇంకొకసారి స్మైలీ
so
మ్యాజిక్ మూమెంట్
magic moments కదా every single time all the security
Oh,
used to
Gabba
get impressed with me
your
speaking
Kannada.
Kannada, Okay, and then college pani ante, and I showed
Even
my
girls, right?
laptops.
Can you teach me
Even
Kannada?
girls?
What?
Even girls?
No, there was no. మన కాలేజ్ లో సెక్యూరిటీ అమ్మాయిలు ఉన్నారా?
No. You're saying
No,
I speak
no.
Kannada so well.
I
I have
never
a
spoke
question.
Kannada for a
Can you
minute.
teach me
Tried one?
Kannada?
I can.
You can? Okay. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, it's 80%, 70% Telugu. Very
నాకు
simple.
తెలుగు రాదు కదా, అంటే మాట్లాడడం వచ్చు, చదవడం రాదు.
నాకు చదవటం రాదు.
Oh, but irrespective you learn. Oh, cool, man. I'm going to do
You
that.
start talking in
Okay,
Kannada. That's
we'll
all.
learn eventually.
So anyways, I am. What do you want to learn now?
ఊట్నే
Ah,
బెంగళూరు వెళ్తే కన్నడ
సారీ, నేను కన్నడ మాడితే ఎందుకో అన్నట్టు అంటాడు.
We went last time for a marathon. Autoflow comes in
There
front
he
of
saw
us.
some girl and then
No. Girl లేదు నా మొహం లేదు. Autoflow comes in front of us. They look at our number plate registration. Immediately they know you're Andhra. And we are talking Telugu. నువ్వు మాడిపకి అన్నాడు. ఏందిరా మాడిపేకి మాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదురా అంటే వాడు తిడుతున్నాడు. So if I know Kannada, I can probably speak in Kannada and I can just move
They
away from
appreciate it a little bit more.
that. Exactly.
when you speak
At
Kannada.
least they'll pipe down or they just let you
No,
go.
Bangalore is fed up with the amount of people that
See,
always
I can.
Anyways, that's a very,
No,
very.
I can understand that part, but that's not a reason to get violent.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you. I learned it because my roommates, my 11th, 12th roommates speak
No,
Kannada.
if you are studying there, I think it makes sense. You learn the
No,
regional
I
language.
like.
It's a benefit.
I love learning
It's a
languages.
benefit. Yeah, like you learn Japanese also, right?
Yeah, I'm learning.
You're learning Japanese.
So, anyways, coming
Okay,
back to coming.
that's new.
I've been learning it for a very long time. Anyways,
దానికి
coming.
కూడా ఇంకో స్టోరీ ఉందా? Konnichiwa.
జాపనీస్ అమ్మాయిని పడ్డానికి
Ashi-san.
ఏడ్చినట్టుంది ఇదేదో.
Ashi-san.
Genki desu ka?
Do you know what that means?
I don't know, but I'm
Are
laughing.
you okay? How are you? Are you
How are
okay?
you
Are you
doing
good?
No,
Are
but
you
the
doing
voice, the tone he used was good.
good? ఏమో హెంటై బ్యాచ్.
అదే exactly the tone he used.
No. No, I was gonna.
పర్వాలేదు.
నువ్వు ఇంత సిగ్గుపడి ఇంత నవ్వే అంటే చూస్తున్నావు అని అర్థం. ఇట్స్ ఓకే. We all are men. Don't worry.
ఎనీవేస్ అయితే
Men will be men.
నేను వాడికి చూడండి సార్ ల్యాప్టాప్స్ ఉన్నాయి తడిసిపోతుంది వానలో నా లోపలికి వెళ్ళినివ్వండి అన్నాను నేను కన్నడలో. ఈజ్ లైక్ ఓకే జస్ట్ టు ట్రాన్స్లేట్, ఇట్స్ రైనింగ్, ఐ హావ్ ఆల్ మై ల్యాప్టాప్స్, ఐ కేమ్ ఫర్ వర్క్, కాలేజ్ వర్క్, ప్లీజ్ లెట్ మీ ఇన్. అండ్ ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఓకే గో అని చెప్పాడు. వెళ్ళా లోపలికి. అగైన్ వన్స్ యూ గో ఇన్ టు ఇట్, my hostel gate was similar to the new block.
Okay.
I told you the 11th, the
Yeah.
second and third year. And then from there you go to the old block.
Okay.
అక్కడ ఎందుకో for some reason that security decided he wants to check my bag. I have a half a liter bottle of vodka in my bag.
Okay.
వాడు తీ మొత్తం తీ అన్నాడు. అయితే నేను for some reason I did not know where this came from. I was very calm in this. I was laughing and like, సార్ కాలేజ్ పనికి వెళ్ళాం సార్, ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ ఉన్నాయి, వర్షంలో తడిసి వచ్చాను బుద్ధి లేకుండా అన్నట్టుగా సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్. ఐ వాస్ జస్ట్ లాఫింగ్, ఐ వాస్ టాకింగ్ టు హిమ్, ఐ వాస్ మేకింగ్ కాన్వో కావాలని. అండ్ హి సెడ్ ఓపెన్ ది బ్యాగ్. ఐ ఓపెన్ ది బిగ్ జిప్, ఆల్ మై ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ జస్ట్ స్టఫ్డ్ ఇన్ ఇట్, వైర్స్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. వాడు చూసి ఇంత వర్షం ఉంది, ఇంత ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్, అసలు నీకు ఏంటి బుద్ధి లేదా అన్నట్టుగా అన్నాడు. అవును సార్ ఏం చేస్తాం కాలేజ్ పనే కదా ఇది అదని చెప్పి కన్నడలో అన్నాను నేను. సరే పో మొత్తం ఐఎమ్ డ్రెంచ్డ్. సరే పో టేక్ అ షవర్ ఇది అది అన్నట్టు చెప్పి
మ్యాజిక్ మూమెంట్స్
బ్యాగ్ వేసి వెళ్ళా. అండ్ దెన్ మై రూమ్మేట్ ఎట్ దట్ టైమ్, వన్ గై మొత్తం ప్రాపర్ వెరీ స్మార్ట్, హీ గాట్ ద సిఎస్ సీట్ ఇన్ మెరిట్. ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్లో అందరికీ ఫ్లోర్ బ్లాక్ మొత్తానికి చదువు చెప్పేవాడు. హీ వాజ్ ది టాపర్, సిఎస్ టాపర్ వాడు. అండ్ వాడు హీ వాజ్ వెరీ కాషియస్. అండ్ అనదర్ గై వాడు కూడా నాలాగా అన్ని చిల్లర పనులు చేసేట్టు అయిపోయాడు. నేను ఇటు తీసుకుని ఆ రూమ్ 3 beds ఆర్ ఇన్ ఈచ్ వాల్, సెంటర్లో మంచి టేబుల్ ఉండేది, 3 టేబుల్ సెంటర్లో ఉండేది. నేను బాటిల్ తీసి టేబుల్ ఇట్లా పెట్టా. దట్ చదువుకు ఫుల్ షాక్డ్, అటాక్ వచ్చింది. దాంతో ది గై అదర్ గై వాజ్ హిందీ, he was like from Jaipur or something. వాడు ఫుల్ ఇస్ లైక్ అబ్బా పని స్టార్ట్ అయింది అన్నట్టుగా he was very happy. And then I told him, రే బ్యాగ్ చెక్ చేశారా అంటే, మందు మొత్తం బాటిల్ పక్కన పెట్టేసి లైక్ హౌ డిడ్ యూ గెట్ త్రూ? రే ముండి కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ డూడ్, ఐ డి నాట్ నో వాట్, ఐ వాజ్ జస్ట్ కాన్ఫిడెంట్ లైక్ వర్షం పడింది సార్, ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ సార్ అని చెప్పేసి వచ్చేసాయి సార్ లోపల కంటే పోతుంది లైక్ రే. And then that week they debarred 10 students for alcohol.
అబ్బో
ఇట్లానే దొరికిపోయి.
You know, this confidence, right? It takes me to some other place where it failed also. Okay. It was the first year, and then we had a lab, and then this guy went ahead. he had his record left in his room. Okay, so he said just go and get it. Okay, but it was in a harsh.
Okay. For context, it was a it's CAD.
Okay.
You know
Don't
CAD?
give
Drawing,
too much
drawing.
context.
CAD is
because-
drawing.
No, it's fine. How does it matter?
CAD is
ఆ
drawing.
లెక్చర్ వచ్చి నాకు చూడదు, వాడికి ఏం చేస్తాడో ఏమో తెలీదు.
CAD is drawing.
CAD drawing. So thing is, we had phones and laptops, but we weren't allowed to take it inside class or lab. So what ended up, appudu Bhargav just knows me. He doesn't even know. He was just part of my lab. He knows that I exist. He knows that lab and drawing, and I was good at CAD. Okay, I was very good at CAD.
I was also good at CAD.
My dad helped me with CAD.
I liked it.
Yeah, I also liked it.
Very
So I was very
interesting.
good at it. And నా ల్యాబ్ వర్క్ అంతా తొందరగా అవగొట్టేసా. And so the thing with CAD is you have to do the physical drawing on the paper and then go to the lab
Replicate it.
and replicate it. నేనేం చేసా, I think I didn't do the drawing that day. So I didn't do the drawing that day. So I కావాలని నేను రికార్డ్ బ్యాగ్లోనే ఉంచా బయట. I do not think he knows the story. Does he know the story? No, he doesn't know the story.
You never told me that.
I didn't tell him that my record was in my bag itself.
Uh-huh.
What ended up happening, bag lo undi, నేను phone తీసుకొని, so the excuse is if you do not have your record or whatever, you can look through the phone, the drawing, and then you can replicate it. నేను ఫోన్ తీసుకొని చేస్తున్నా. దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ది ప్యూన్స్ ఉంటారు కదా, జనరలీ వాళ్ళే ఉంటారు. బికాస్ ఆర్ CAD వాస్ బీన్ టేకెన్ బై ది డీన్ ఆఫ్ స్టూడెంట్ అఫైర్స్. వాడు సగం సేపు వచ్చేది కాదు బికాస్ హీ వాజ్ ఆల్వేస్ బిజీ. సో అనదర్ లెక్చర్ యూస్ టు కమ్, వాడు కూడా వచ్చేది కాదు. ఫర్ సమ్ రీజన్ హీ హ్యాడ్ ఇష్యూస్ విత్ మీ. ఓకేనా, క్లాస్లో ఉంటే నేను వినేవాడిని కాదు. ఐ యూస్ టు స్లీప్, ఐ యూస్ టు వేర్ ప్లెయిన్ షర్ట్ ఇన్సైడ్, దానిపైన మళ్ళీ ఒక ఫార్మల్ షర్ట్ వేసుకుని వచ్చేవాడిని. ఫుల్ I was just engineering student, dude, first year engineering. He had issues with me. Class lo okkar ninchobettichi, he made me button up my shirt kavalani. All these things he did.
That's normal. A lot of professors.
He was pissed off that I never used to listen to his class. Kavulu leppedi edo oti chesedi. Because I was good at it, dude. I didn't need it. And lab lo basically saw everyone gets their phones. Everyone is doing the same thing that I'm doing. But vaadiki ekkado kalindi that I did it. He's like, ఏంది ఫోన్ ఏంటి, ఏ రికార్డ్ ఏదని సార్, రికార్డ్ మర్చిపోయా సార్ అని. నేను మర్చిపోయా అంటే దెన్ హీ సెడ్ నువ్వు హాస్టలా అన్నాడు. ఐ సెడ్ అవును సార్ హాస్టలే. హీ సెడ్ హాస్టల్. ఐ సెడ్ యా సార్ హాస్టల్లో ఉంది కానీ తీసుకొచ్చి ఇచ్చేస్తానని. ఇట్లానే చాలా కాన్ఫిడెంట్గా టోల్ హిమ్, సార్ యూ వాంట్ మై రికార్డ్, హాస్టల్లో ఉంది పోయి తీసుకొస్తా, ఐ డెంట్ వాంట్ బి లేట్ టు యువర్ క్లాస్ అని. నేను ఇట్లానే హీ సెడ్ ఓకే హాస్టల్, ఓకే గో అన్నాడు. నేను పోయా. నేనేం చేసా నౌ, బట్ ద థింగ్ ఈజ్ మై రికార్డ్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ మై బ్యాగ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇన్ ది హాస్టల్. సో ఫర్ మీ టు గెట్ మై రికార్డ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ మై బ్యాగ్. నేను బ్యాగ్ అక్కడ పడేస్తుంటే బ్యాగ్ తీసుకుని వెళ్ళా బయటికి. హీ డింట్ లైక్ దట్ ఆల్సో. ఇట్ లుక్డ్ యాజ్ ఇఫ్ ఐమ్ వాకింగ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ది క్లాస్. వాడికి ఎక్కడో కాలింది. యాజ్ అ లెక్చరర్ ఇస్. సో వాట్ ఎండ్ అప్ హ్యాపెనింగ్, హీ
when he got his
no
record
I
back-
went 5 minutes literally time బయట కూర్చుని ఫోన్ చూసుకున్నా, ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్
రాయలా
రికార్డ్ ఉంది నా బ్యాగ్ లో ఉంది. బట్ ఐ టోల్డ్ హిమ్ ఇట్స్ ఇన్ ది హాస్టల్. నో చెప్పా నేను, సరే 5 minutes 6 minutes బికాజ్ టైం పాస్ కాదు, రికార్డ్ బ్యాగ్ లో ఉంది, నువ్వు ఎందుకు తీసుకురావాలి, ఫోన్ ఉంది, మళ్ళీ ఫోన్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్. యా, అందుకు ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ మై ఫోన్ టు గెట్ కన్ఫిస్కేటెడ్. సో వాడు, నేను స్క్రోల్ చేసుకున్న ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ కొద్దిసేపు, అండ్ దెన్ ఐ వెంట్ ఇన్. ఐ టైమ్డ్ ఇట్ 5 minutes తర్వాత కరెక్ట్గా వెళ్తే వాడు చూసాడు. he didn't check the time, but he వాడు పనిలో ఉంటే he probably time flew by very quickly. He's like, నువ్వు బయటికి వెళ్ళి వచ్చావు, రికార్డ్ అంటే బ్యాగ్లోనే ఉంది అన్నాడు. హీ అండర్స్టూడ్ బ్యాగ్లో ఉందని. బట్ ఐ సెడ్ లేదు సార్ నేను హాస్టల్ నుంచి, ఐ వాజ్ స్టూడ్ మై గ్రౌండ్, లేదు సార్ నేను హాస్టల్ నుంచి తీసుకొచ్చా. లుక్ సార్ దీస్ ఆర్ మై హాస్టల్ కీస్. పక్కన ఇంకోటి ఉన్నాడు, వన్ హాస్టల్, వాడు వన్ స్టూపిడ్ ఫక్కర్ ఓన్లీ ఈజ్. వాడు ఎందుకు ఏం చెప్పాడు నాకు తెలీదు. వాడు హాస్టల్ ఎన్ని హాస్టల్స్ ఉన్నాయి అన్నాడు. Again, remember I told you there's one old block, then there is another older block, and then there's a new block.
You're the oldest block.
I am in the second oldest block. వాడు ఎన్ని హాస్టల్స్ ఉన్నాయి అన్నాడు. నీ అమ్మ ప్రతి హాస్టల్ కూర్చొని నేను లెక్క పెడతానా, నేను ఎట్లనే సార్ ఐ నెవర్ కౌంటెడ్ సార్ అని. వాడేంటి ఫ్లోర్లో ఎన్ని ఫ్లాట్స్ ఉన్నాయో మల్టిప్లైడ్ బై ది నంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లోర్స్ అండ్ టెల్ మీ అన్నాడు. నేను ఐ నెవర్ నోటీస్డ్ హౌ మెనీ ఫ్లాట్స్, ఇట్స్ సెకండ్ సెమిస్టర్ ఆఫ్ వై విల్ ఐ నోటీస్, నాకు అంత పని లేదా అని అన్నట్టు. ప్రాపర్ తెలుగుని నేను, I'm from Hyderabad. These are my hostel keys. Look, my room number is also here.
No, you never mentioned Hyderabad or Telugu by then.
I didn't mention. I was like, sir, I'm a proper name.
Things add up.
Proper. No, the reason why he's saying is there.
There's a reason.
Then vaadu కోపం వచ్చింది. He took my record, he threw it. That record is not a normal book record. It's like the CAD record, no, big record, ఇట్లా ఇరిసేసాడు.
It's a drawing book.
And dude, I spent, CAD is the most annoying thing to redo. Like, shit, నాకు కాలింది. నేను ఐ వెంట్ టు పికప్ ది రికార్డ్. నేను రికార్డ్ ఇట్లా పిక్ చేసుకొని పైకి వచ్చేటప్పుడు ఐ బేసిక్లీ కర్స్డ్ హిమ్. I'm gonna mute this out. But I basically said, ఇదే ఫ్లోలో అన్న నేను, ఇట్లానే అన్న నేను, ఇట్లా ఎత్తేటప్పుడు మనిషి చూస్తే ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాడు. అగైన్ దెంగా ఇస్ ద సేమ్ ఇన్ కన్నడ.
That's why you said you'll teach me Kannada.
1 second.
All not bad language, huh? Okay.
I'm gonna mute this in the podcast.
Okay.
The specific words you can mute.
Say beep beep.
But it was a proper, like, genuinely very bad stuff.
Okay.
And I was pissed off. I was genuinely pissed off. And at that time I was a hothead. I was a big hothead. And it lays
Aren't we all when we're younger?
Yeah, and his expression changed. Okay. Then I realized, oh shit, Kannada and Telugu, this word is the same. Akkor బాగుంది. You know what he said? ఏంది అన్నాడు. తెలుగులో he replied.
Holy shit.
I was like,
He got Telugu.
he's a Telugu guy. Because see, the last word is only Kannada. Everything is not similar to Kannada. But he was a Telugu guy.
That's bad, man.
So even if he heard fuck in Kannada and Telugu, he would have been fine with. But he learned, he knew everything, and he knows, see, at the end of the day, it's emotionally driven also, no?
Yeah.
He said, get out అన్నాడు. నేను ఇంకా సరే, అటెండెన్స్ లేదు, ఏం లేదు. నా దరిద్రం ఏంటంటే ఆ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఐ వాజ్ మెయింటైనింగ్ నెక్ టు నెక్ ఎవ్రీ. నాకు ఓకే అటెండెన్స్ ఉంటే వెళ్ళేవాడిని, అటెండెన్స్ లేదంటే వెళ్ళేవాడిని కాదు. అటెండెన్స్ లేడు, గో అన్నాడు. నేను అబ్బా షిట్, మై అటెండెన్స్ నౌ ఇట్ హస్ ఫాలన్ డౌన్ అనుకుని వదిలేసా. అగైన్ ఇంటర్నల్స్ కేమ్, సేమ్ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఇంటర్నల్స్ కేమ్. వాడు he was very butthurt because no one scored good marks. So వాడు we have roll numbers. సరేనా, భార్గవ్ బి కదా, ఎక్కడో ఉండేది 0
It was 025.
25 or something.
Okay.
Basic 025, 30 it was out of 30, 25 marks. Okay, పర్వాలేదు అన్నట్టుగా ఇట్లా 026, 6 marks. What is this? ఇట్లా basically in front of the class he's shaming everyone.
That's normal in college.
అయితే for some reason 045 వచ్చింది. షీ వాజ్ అ గర్ల్, మై ఫ్రెండ్, అండ్ షీ స్మార్ట్. అంది కూడా ఏది 20 సంథింగ్ వచ్చింది. ఓ వెరీ నైస్ అనుకున్నాడు. దాని తర్వాత దిస్ ఈజ్ వెరీ గుడ్, దిస్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఉంది అన్నాడు. 046 బ్యూటిఫుల్ రిపోర్ట్. ఇట్లా ఉండాలి. క్యాడ్ అంటే ఏంటంటే దే ఆర్ వెరీ పికీ. నువ్వు ఆరో కూడా ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ ఫిల్ ఇట్ అవుట్ డార్క్ ఎనఫ్ దే మైనస్ అ మార్క్.
And that has to be in a certain angle also.
Angles, every angle you have a threshold అన్నమాట. The lines that some lines that are darker, some lines that have lighter, some lines that you have to do with pencils. అట్లా our CAD was very particular. ఇట్లా ఉండాలి, బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఉంది, కంప్యూటర్ గీసినట్టు ఉంది అన్నట్టుగా ఫుల్ హైప్ ఇచ్చాడు. ఎవడు వీడు అన్నట్టుగా ప్లీజ్ కమ్ అండ్ టేక్ యువర్ పేపర్ అన్నాడు. నేను ఈ లుక్ పేపర్ చూసాడు. ఈజ్ లుకింగ్ ఎట్ ది పేపర్, ఈజ్ లుకింగ్ ఎట్ మీ. ఈ లుక్డ్ ఎట్ ది పేపర్, ఈ లుక్డ్ ఎట్ మీ.
ఇంకా he can't take it back.
He can't take it back. He's like, yours only, 046 you only. I said, yes sir, 046 is me only. He looked, you attended the exam అన్నాడు. I said, I only wrote sir అన్నాడు. And then he said, నీది కాదు అన్నాడు. I'm like, sir, 046 is me only sir. You don't listen to my class only అన్నాడు. ఇట్లానే అన్నాడు. నువ్వు this one అంటే ఇట్స్ మీ ఓన్లీ అంటే దాని తర్వాత అని he took it back. అందరి ముందు ఈజ్ అగైన్ రీకరెక్టింగ్ ఇట్. కావాలని ఇక్కడ పెద్ద సర్కిల్ చేసి he didn't circle something, పెద్ద మొత్తం దీని సర్కిల్ -1 అని పెట్టి he made it 29 out of 30.
You got 30 out of 30.
I got 30 out of 30. In CAD లో 30 out of 30 అంత తొందరగా ఇవ్వరు. ఓకే, బికాస్ ఇట్స్ అ లో మార్క్ థింగ్. అండ్ వాడు కావాలని -1 చేసి ఇదిగో టేక్ ఇట్ అన్నాడు. నేను ఓకే సార్ పర్వాలేదు అని తెలుగు నవ్ ఐ నో ఈజ్ తెలుగు గై. ఓకే సార్ పర్వాలేదు అన్నాడు. బికాస్ మై ఈగో వాజ్ ఆల్రెడీ హీ టోల్డ్ ఇట్లా ఉండాలి, పర్ఫెక్ట్గా ఉంది, ఇది కాంట్ టేక్ ఇట్ బ్యాక్. హిమ్ జస్ట్ minusing 1 mark is again it doesn't matter again, it's his ego only.
I think it's a subject of low grades, right? So that 1 mark, it more or less won't matter that much.
Yeah, kani see, I was on, we have S, A, B, C, D grades. I was on track for getting an S grade because I think I scored out of out అన్నిట్లో. Once he knew my roll number is 46, అప్పటి నుంచి ఎవ్రీ పేపర్ కావాలని graded me less.
You know, one more thing contrasting is, I know that he's the Telugu guy. So whenever he used to correct, I used to talk something in Telugu so that he recognizes me.
That works.
That worked.
దాని తర్వాత once I knew he was
I think
Telugu,
regional favoritism is always
Once-
there.
once
And I
I-
don't blame people. It's just basically
it's
they're
again
more
comfort.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're more
again once I
comfortable.
knew he was Telugu, every
they can
time he used
relate.
to look at my face, he used to call నా ముందే -1 -2 చేసేవాడు. కావాలని he used to do that. I understood. I said పర్వాలేదు సార్. I used to be like, no problem sir, how are you, ఎలా ఉన్నారు. And I was very, because once I knew there's no point showing ego.
నువ్వు పెట్టింది పెట్టేవాళ్ళు.
పెట్టింది పెట్టం కాదు, and I had nothing to prove in front of him because I knew I knew I was good at it. And I never cared about grades. I never cared about grades. And at the end also, when I was on S grade, కావాలని dragged it to B. So SAB, and he gave it to me. Itla B అని ఇచ్చి
I think I was lucky enough because when I was in college, I think my guardian, once I stepped out and I was staying in the apartment, my guardian was my uncle,
Okay.
Chennai,
Okay.
my dad's brother. So well, my dad was not here; he was working abroad, right? So they used to send my report card to him directly, internal exams. 0135210.
బైనరీ లాగా చెప్పాడు.
It used to come like that. Okay. And then my uncle is like, Ray, కనీసం పాస్ అవరా. ఈ లుక్ ఎట్ మీ, కనీసం పాస్ అవరా అనేది. లేచి నేను అది ఇంటర్నల్ మార్క్స్ నా ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ చూడండి అంట. అండ్ ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఐ పాస్డ్. ఐ నెవర్ ఫెయిల్ వన్స్.
Okay.
సో దట్ వే వన్స్ హీ సా మీ దట్ ఐ క్లియర్డ్ అవుట్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్, హీ నెవర్ వరీడ్ ఆఫ్టర్ దట్. వస్తాయి వచ్చిందిరా ఏదో అని చెప్పి తీసి పడేస్తారు.
Another thing where confidence, when he said lab, it reminded me of another story. So both of us had, remember I told you 3 Telugu people sat in that bench. Another Telugu unnaadu. His roll number is right after mine. Sarna, his name Sandeep, a very nice guy. వాడు తెలుగోడు, వెరీ స్మార్ట్ వాడు. మేమందరం ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే వాడి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళేవాళ్ళం. అందరం అన్నీ చెప్పించుకునేవాళ్ళం వాడి చేత. వాడు ఒకసారి he came to my room or something. మేము వైవా ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్నాం. ఇట్ వాజ్ అవర్ ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్ వైవాస్. అప్పుడు అన్నాడు ఒక మాట అన్నాడు. he said I never used to study, I never used to care about marks. He said, నేను ఎవరితో అయినా వైవా ఇస్తారా, ఆశ్లేష్తో పాటు అయితే ఇవ్వను రా అన్నాడు. అండ్ భార్గవ్ ఇస్ లైక్, ఏంట్రా, భార్గవ్ వాజ్ నాట్ ఇన్ మై బ్యాచ్ బై దెన్. సో ఈజ్ లైక్, ఎందుకు రా వై రా అంటే, బికాస్ వైవా దే యూస్ టు టేక్ 2 or 3 people together. They ask you a question, you don't answer, they ask him a question, you don't answer, they ask you. అట్లా
I didn't know that.
అట్లా మమ్మల్ని జస్ట్ టు డూ ఇట్ క్విక్లీ పేర్స్ లో చేసేవాళ్ళు, 3 people లో చేసేవాళ్ళు, బికాస్ ఈజియర్ టు గ్రేడ్. నో, 4 marks, out of 4 marks we scaled up to 10. సరేనా, సో 2 వస్తే 5 వచ్చినట్టు, 3 వస్తే 7.5 వచ్చినట్టు. That's how they used to scale it.
And that was like averaged out of 3 exams, internals.
So basically వైవా వస్తే కూర్చుంటే every lab you have వైవా, you have to give it. వీడు కూర్చునేవాడు. They used to ask me, open electrical engineer కదా, open circuit, why do they do load testing అన్నాడు అనుకో. What is the answer?
Load testing on
a machine, a DC machine, whatever it is. Load testing అంటే
I don't remember.
ఓపెన్ సర్క్యూట్ టెస్ట్, ఓపెన్ సర్క్యూట్ టెస్ట్ ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి చూడు. వీడు చెప్తాడు ఆన్సర్. ఓపెన్ సర్క్యూట్ టెస్ట్ ఎందుకు?
No, I don't know.
సునంద will be upset with you.
Who's Sunanda? Your teacher?
Machines teacher.
Okay.
Basically whatever it is, even I don't remember an example to tell you. Any
Lotus
question,
I know, but Lotus they usually do only on a DC machine, right?
yeah,
DC motors.
DC machine ki load
They'll
test
put the belt, they'll tighten it,
That
and then
is-
torque,
you have electrical, you have mechanical load, you have electrical
and
load,
then they
water
start the
load.
motor because DC spins very fast.
Flux control and
చూడు
DC spins- DC spins very fast.
See,
Torque is
both of
higher.
us are not utilizing a degree. We degree ఉంది, knowledge.
the
Torque
cut
is
in,
higher.
cut out parts.
So basically answer ఇది కదా, this is the right answer. No, I used to tell some nonsense.
తెలిసిందే చెప్తాం, మనకు
తెలిసింది కాదు,
అర్థమైందే.
నేను ఏదో
All bullshit. He used to give us so
Bullshit, I
much
used to
నాకు
confidence.
అర్థమైంది చెప్తా కాన్ఫిడెంట్.
bullshit but with confidence, and I used to link it ఎట్లా, DC machine లో ఎట్లా అవుతుంది, అందుకే AC machine లో ఎట్లా అవుతుంది, some logic I used to give.
వాళ్ళే
Confidence
కనిపిస్తారా?
తోటి I used to confuse the shit out of them. And then again 45, 46, 47. His was 47. 46 నేను ఆన్సర్ చెప్పిందా, వీడిని అడుగుతారు నువ్వు చెప్పు అని. He
వాళ్ళే
knows the
confuse
exact
అయిపోయింటారా?
answer and అరే నువ్వు చెప్పిన
వాడే confuse
కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ నాకు కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్ చెప్పినా కూడా చెప్పబుద్ధి అవుతురా, నువ్వు అట్లా చెప్పిస్తావు నువ్వు. ఐ యూస్ టు గెట్ మార్క్స్, ఐ ఆల్వేస్ యూస్ టు గెట్ మార్క్స్.
Okay, now I'm going to stop the education part here. Now I want to know about love.
ఏం లవ్?
I know you did something in college.
I had my first relationship was in college.
But what was the relationship before that you were crying about?
Crying about
He said no. You cried to him for many hours.
that was the
Not
first
cried,
relationship.
okay, he was
అదేనా?
explaining for so long.
నేను అంత అయితే back then I looked trash. I genuinely looked like
All
trash.
of us look trash
Yes.
in college.
So
Because the people who look good
Okay,
then
again.
look trash now.
yeah, that's true. See,
Reality,
again,
he knows what
again,
I'm talking about.
again,
This
see.
includes the girls also, by the way.
see,
Yeah.
forget about looking. I had very low self confidence.
Yeah,
See,
kids are
అందుకు that's part and parcel of it.
actually kids.
సో నాకు నువ్వు ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసేంత ఇది లేదు ఆ టైంలో, సీను బిజినెస్ లేదు ఆ టైంలో. ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ యూర్ ఆస్కింగ్ మీ
I
స్టోరీ,
know why you're being so safe.
I'm not being safe.
Mm.
I'm actually not being safe. This is
Okay.
what it is. నువ్వు కెల్కి trying to
But
get
how,
something
mean,
out.
say, okay, you're saying, oh, I don't look good. I didn't. But how did it even work out? I mean, how did you met her? How we met her? Who is
She was part of my friend group.
Friends. Okay, so initially when we went into college, you met a group of friends.
I don't
That's how it works.
think
Okay.
in the first year you had anything, right? First
No,
year
first
it was
year,
just
second year.
So why did you guys break up? Because it
It
didn't,
didn't
work out. Or no?
It was COVID. Long
Oh, long
distance.
distance. Ah, she's not the same college.
No, she was in same
Why
college,
is it
but
long distance?
long
Oh, she went back
she
home.
went to her back home.
COVID. Oh.
You
A
can't
lot
stay
of things.
together
A
during
lot of
COVID.
things.
Other than
But
that.
yeah,
Other than-
I was going through my own shit. She was going through her own shit.
Okay,
It just
makes
didn't work
sense.
out.
It was basically very simple.
Very simple.
What about Bhargav?
Bhargav, you have to ask him.
I heard Bhargav had a crushing
Crushing what?
towards someone,
Emo.
and
No. So basically,
I mean, this I heard
we
from
didn't
him.
finish the
I don't
story.
want to
I
talk
heard
about
from
it.
you.
Wait. We didn't finish the
He
story.
had a crushing.
Oh, 1 second.
Okay.
Remember you told that girl, Jim, that story?
Ah.
So what ended up happening, I was telling you, you cut me off if you lost flow. So we used to go to that fast food place, basically. And we used to sit.
Not
Sarna. అయితే ఏమయ్యేది వాడు
So he was
ఒక
having
నిమిషం
trouble
దట్
every
థింగ్
day.
ఇస్ జిమ్ లో నేను చూసావా అంటే చూడలేదు అన్నాడు. ఏంటో చూడలేదు ఏంట్రా అన్నాడు, కానీ నార్మల్ అయితే
Obviously, that's so.
లేదురా ఏమో రా నాకు చూసి అలవాటు లేదురా అన్నాడు. ఏంటో
చూసి అలవాట్లేదు.
I
సేమ్
never
రియాక్షన్
used to
ఇచ్చాడు
give
ఏం
a
కూడా,
shit about anyone else.
సేమ్ రియాక్షన్. నేను పట్టించుకోని రా, ఏం
Basically,
చూడలేదు.
you were not bothered. Opic.
దాని తర్వాత అసలు సరే ఏదో ఒకటి చేసి వీడికి అలవాటు తెప్పియాలని ఫిక్స్ అయ్యా నేను. సరేనా, ఎప్పుడు ఫాస్ట్ ఫుడ్ దగ్గర కూర్చున్నప్పుడు ఎవరొక్కరు ఏం కంపడిపోయినా, యునో హౌ ఇట్స్ అ గై థింగ్. నో యూసే చూడు అంటాము. యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు సే ఎనీథింగ్, యు నో ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ హూ యూర్ టాకింగ్
Understood. Okay.
రైట్. ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు గెట్ దట్ విత్ హిమ్. కూర్చుని
I
ట్రైనింగ్
was
ఇచ్చా.
actually so dense that even when he gave the signal, I was not able to pick.
You know what you say? 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Never used to understand. ఒకసారి ఏమో 4 o'clock అయిందిరా, 5 కాదు అన్నాడు.
ఆఖరి కూడా ఏం చేశాడు, లే సిద్ధూరా ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారా కనిపించలేదా నీకు అన్నాడు.
అట్లా చేసా నేను.
Oh.
అక్కడ చూడరా అన్నాడు చేస్తే. అప్పుడు దెన్ లైక్ ఓ అన్నాడు. దాంతో మెల్లమెల్లగా ఆఫ్టర్ మంత్ కంపడిందా అని వీడు స్టార్ట్ చేశాడు. ఐ వాజ్ వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్, వీడు ఎందుకు చెప్తారని నాకు అనుకున్నాను నేను. దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ఇట్స్. బట్ బాగా పాడు చేసేలే మా వాడిని.
This guy carried me so much. Okay, what he made me watch F1. That became one of my hobbies right now.
Mhm.
This guy taught me cards also.
ప్యాక్ ఆడటం
Why
నేర్పించా.
is cards such a big thing?
లేదు,
I
not a big thing.
hear
It
a
was
lot of
very-
people saying this. Oh, you shouldn't gamble.
It was
Oh,
very fun,
Bhargav.
okay?
ఇంట్లో
Okay.
ఆడేది.
Bhargav is a state level chess player. So he
What?
taught me
I
how to play
was-
chess.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I was
Wow.
under 14 or something.
Okay, this is something we didn't know about.
Oh.
I didn't know about it.
I also didn't know about. You know how I found out? This is how I became close friends with Bhargav. So this guy calls me up ఒక రోజు, కాల్ చేసి
Complete chess.
కంప్లైంట్ కాదు, అప్పుడు కాల్ చేసి రూమ్మేట్ అవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నారా ఇది, అప్పటికి ఆల్రెడీ హీ వాస్ షిఫ్టింగ్ ఇన్ టు ది రూమ్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్. అండ్ దెన్ షిఫ్ట్ అవుతున్నారా అని చెప్పాడు. ఐ సెడ్ ఓకే డూడ్, వెల్కమ్ టు ది ఇది. ఐ వాజ్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్ అప్పుడు.
Welcome to the club.
వెల్కమ్ టు ది క్లబ్ అన్నట్టు
అన్నాడా?
చెప్పా.
Club.
అండ్ దెన్ చాలా చెప్పాలి అప్పుడు, జాగ్రత్తలు అని చెప్పాలి ఆ
But
రోజు.
that was actually a club, okay? They used to booze on something so much, okay? That room was actually shit when I moved in.
అవునా?
We had
No,
to
I
clean
wasn't
that
there
up.
then. I wasn't there then.
No, not him, but the room was
The
used
other-
for that
yeah,
only.
the room. Anyways, అయితే ఖాళీగా ఉండేది రూమ్.
ఓ ఆ ఎక్స్ట్రా రూమ్. ఓకే.
he threw up my other roommate threw a party there anamata. In that room he threw it because I didn't want to enjoy. I closed my door. I was like, anyways, coming back to it, వాడు ఒకరోజు కాల్ చేసి ఎట్లుందిరా రూమ్ ఇది అని చెప్పి మాట్లాడుకుంటూ అంత లైక్ అప్పుడు థర్డ్ ఇయర్ ఎండింగ్. సో హీస్ గివింగ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్, క్యాంపస్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్.
Okay.
I wasn't giving it because I wanted to go do higher studies, whatever.
No, that was later point of time. It was not around that.
Starting second week or third week or after you shifted.
No. That was way
లేదురా, you
afterwards.
called me, I was in Hyderabad. I remember this very well. కాల్
Okay.
చేసి అప్పుడు ఒకసారి అడిగావు, మళ్ళీ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఒకసారి అడిగావు. యూ ఆస్క్ మీ దెన్ ఓన్లీ. అప్పుడు ఈస్ లైక్ డూడ్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్, ఏం అవ్వట్లేదు, హెచ్ఆర్ రౌండ్స్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్. హీ ర్యాంటెడ్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. I asked him again this confidence thing. I know how I can make my way through people. You sit me down in interview, I'll
You know how I did my interviews in college? They got. I sat. They asked me questions. I just stared at them the whole 15 minutes and I went off.
so నేను
You either give the job or else.
I froze, bro. froze.
basically I used to tell him.
I suck at interviews. I have some trauma with interviews.
So basically, yeah, I used to give him whatever advice. I was like, dude, itla cheyi, atla cheyi, but I never gave him major advice. Once I moved in, 2 weeks later or something, వీడు మళ్ళీ ఒక ఇంటర్వ్యూ అయింది. ఇంటర్వ్యూ అయ్యి he went to HR round, I think.
I think that was level 1 cleared. Level 2.
Level 2 లో
Technical interview only.
he said, dude, it went well, బాగుంది అన్నాడు. For some reason again he got rejected. He was flustered by it. He's like, dude, అన్ని బాగా చేస్తున్నారా, I do not know why they're not accepting it అన్నట్టుగా అన్నాడు.
ఏంది ఏమైనా చేసావేంటి?
అయితే ఆగు. Then I told him, dude, tell me, just give me
The gist of it.
just word by word ఏమేమి
What's
అడిగారు, ఏమేమి చేశారు అంటే, మనోడు హాబీస్ అడిగారు, వాట్ యూ డూ అన్నట్టుగా అడిగితే మనోడు ఏం చెప్పాడు, ఐ రీడ్ బుక్స్, విచ్ ఇస్ యాక్చువల్లీ హాబీ ఆఫ్ హిస్. ఐ రీడ్ బుక్స్, ఐ ఏమన్నావు ఇంకా లిసన్ టు
Gardening I used to do on the
అప్పుడు కాదు,
rooftop.
వాడికి ఏం చెప్పావు, పిక్చర్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ dude, how book answer, I read books, I like to
Movies and all I used to say.
movie, something, all very very simple
told,
things.
okay.
He told very basic, I like studying, I like books, I like some shit like that he told. I said అప్పటికి I knew he's a state chess player.
Why don't you say that?
ఒక్క నిమిషం.
I think I've heard this from you before.
He was also a district level badminton player or something.
No. I didn't have anything.
But
with
he used to go for
badminton. I used to
coaching.
play.
He was very good. I'm like, dude,
చాలా కళలు ఉన్నాయి లలిత.
yeah, exactly. I was like, చెప్పలేదు ఎందుకురా, why didn't you tell these things?
నాకు కూడా చెప్పలేదు రా, మనం ఆడదాం రోజు.
ఉతికేస్తాడు, he'll toy with you.
ఓడిపోతే ఉంది భయ టైం పాస్. నాకు పోయేదేమన్నా ఉందా?
You ever played with him?
No.
నేను ఎవరితోనూ ఆడలే.
But this guy had so much confidence, okay? Even after he loses 10 rounds continuously, he'll still come and play the 11th round.
పోయేదేముంది భయ్యా?
Yeah, that's
I
something
love
learned from
learning.
him.
I love learning chess. I
పోయేదేముంది?
learned a lot. I still have chess on my phone. I'll still keep playing whenever I want to. I like thinking ahead. He thinks a lot ahead and he knows a lot of book moves. I don't know that. I just like thinking ahead, keeping my mind.
Okay.
It's not book moves also per se.
No,
All
but
of that
like-
is more through experience.
Yeah. Anyways,
Number of games.
Coming back to college experiences, you guys got into a fight ever?
Fight?
no, that
No.
instant where he hit me, that was the
Fight?
only-
No, not with each other. Generally outside.
I told you that
Fight,
instant.
bar fight.
Yeah.
I've never got into physical fights, but
What?
when I was in my 9th, 10th around that
Have you ever gotten into a
time, yeah.
fight where
One second, I want to finish the chess story.
you finished it?
No, I didn't finish
Didn't?
it.
Okay.
No.
So I basically told him, why don't you go tell them that you're playing chess?
Oh, the interview. Okay.
నెక్స్ట్ ఇంటర్వ్యూకి పోయి ఐ టోల్డ్ హిమ్, ఐ గేవ్ హిమ్ ప్రాపర్ జస్ట్. ఐ సెడ్, డూడ్, నీ 8 CGPA 9 CGPA వాళ్ళు 10 CGPA వాళ్ళు బొచ్చుడు మంది ఉన్నారు. హౌ డూ యూ స్టాండ్ అవుట్? దే వాంట్ పీపుల్ who they can tell that given a work they will figure things out, given something new to learn they'll figure it out, not just reading something and writing it on a paper, because that is just a criteria for them that you have already passed. So you telling that you read this doesn't make sense. I said, ఒక్కసారి చెప్పి చూడరా ప్లీజ్ అని నేను. అప్పుడు వాడు నెక్స్ట్ డేనో ఆ వీక్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఉంది.
Yeah.
వాడు
close.
లోపలికి వెళ్ళి ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేసి బయటకు వచ్చి చెప్పారా చెస్ ఆడతాను అని అన్నాడు. ఐ సెడ్ ఓకే రా చూద్దాం అన్నాడు. నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ జాబ్ వచ్చింది. Next week he got cleared.
So I think sometimes we're just afraid of putting
Yeah.
things out there.
But let me give you one more thing, okay? There was this one particular question about who is your favorite chess player, okay? And then normally any Indian will give
I
you
told him
Vishy's
this.
name, okay? Vishwanath Anand's name.
Mm.
Okay, but if you give that name, it's going to be too generic and they wouldn't know anything. Okay. So I just gave a random player's name. I know a few players' names. So I just gave Bobby Fischer. Okay, just like that.
ఒక్క నిమిషం ఐ హోల్డ్ దిస్ హియర్. బాబీ ఫిషర్ అంటే ఓకేనా, వాడు ద ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఆస్క్డ్ విచ్ కంట్రీ ఈజ్ హీ ఫ్రమ్.
He didn't know.
ఓకే 1 సెకండ్, ఒక్క నిమిషం వెయిట్. నువ్వు తెలుసా తెలియపోయినా ఆదిత్య, వేర్ డూ యూ థింక్ ది బాబీ, లెట్స్ బి రేసిస్ట్,
Bobby Fischer
బాబీ ఫిషర్ విచ్
USA
కంట్రీ?
అనిపిస్తుంది.
US ఆర్ ఎనీ అదర్ కంట్రీ?
యూరోపియన్ బేసిక్లీ.
either European, English speaking country, American, UK.
UK.
That is your
Yeah.
huh? Now continue. ఏం ఆన్సర్ చేసావు?
చైనా అన్నావేంది?
నేను
Spanish.
ఓ బ్రో, వాడికి అక్కడే మైండ్ బ్లాక్ అయింది.
నేను అదే అన్న, ఐ సెడ్ రే, నేను ఇంటర్వ్యూలో కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఉండు, నీకు తెలిసిన తెలియపోయిన కాన్ఫిడెంట్ గా ఉండని చెప్పా, కానీ మరి ఇంత కాన్ఫిడెంట్ గా మరి దరిద్రంగా చేద్దాం.
కైండ్ ఆఫ్ లైక్ weird confidence.
Yeah, that was true, but somehow I was confident. Okay, because I knew people will not know a lot of chess players.
But Spanish?
Yeah, that was weird.
They didn't know?
I agree.
Bobby Fischer is not Spanish, I don't think.
ఆడితే రెడ్ ఇన్ ఫ్రెంచ్ అన్నట్టుంది.
That was US. You were
French.
correct.
Yeah, I was like, hey,
Jamapel Aditya.
Ramapala.
That's the only thing I know.
You know Japanese version of it?
మనోడన్నాడు ఇందాక.
No. He watches anime and he doesn't know how to say my name is Aditya.
Yeah, but
in
I can
Japanese.
understand with those subtitles.
That's
Weirdly.
really-
I don't know how.
Varuna Namaiva Bhargava. This.
Mm.
Another thing that both of us share is
మనోడు
anime.
కిమోనో వేసి కటానా వేద్దాం.
Aditya,
You give me, I'll take a photo.
I'll also wear, man.
Niku, you watched One Piece completely?
Not
Correct?
yet.
Okay.
I stopped
You
I know
after
where
the
this
last
is
arc.
going.
After the last arc.
Last arc.
Avuna? 1100 episodes?
Yeah.
1000 something,
Yeah.
1100 దగ్గర it stopped the
అంతేలే.
last arc. I started watching One Piece. Remember I told you my lowest points I started watching. This is when this is so
Same thing. I also.
right? We spoke about this on
We've
the
spoken
podcast.
about this.
So he watched One Piece. He was up to date. He was watching every Sunday.
No,
And this
I
is
used to watch a lot of anime.
This was a lot of anime. He watched it. And One Piece is something every Sunday morning. While నేను లేసే ముందు One Piece used to come. He used to watch it also. ఆ టైంలో it was I think 700 episodes or 800 episodes running at that time.
900.
900 was running. Okay, now I think Dressrosa just finished and they're going to kind of that arc was
No,
happening.
the
900 is not just
Big Mom.
Big Mom. Big Mom was
చాలా later.
no. Big Mom was ending and Wano was starting.
Okay.
ఓకే, బేసిక్లీ జస్ట్ ఆర్క్స్. ఎనీవేస్, అయితే వీడు చూస్తున్నాడు. ఓకేనా, ఐ స్టార్ట్ వాచింగ్ వన్ పీస్. నేను నా ల్యాప్టాప్ కూర్చొని చూస్తున్నా. వీడు ఈ స్టార్ట్ సిట్టింగ్ అండ్ ఈ స్టార్ట్ వాచింగ్ విత్ మీ. దిస్ మ్యాన్
He's
వాచ్
telling you, huh?
కాదు, హీ నెవర్, దట్ వన్ థింగ్ ఐ రెస్పెక్ట్, హీ నెవర్ స్పాయిల్డ్
Spoiler
ఇట్.
alert, no spoiler
బట్ చూస్తే
alert.
ఏ ఎపిసోడ్ బాగుంటుంది రా అనేవాడు, అంతే. అది కాకుండా ఏం లేదు. దిస్ మ్యాన్ అప్రాక్సిమేట్లీ ఫ్రమ్ 100th, I think from the Thunder God arc, Skypia arc, Skypia arc నుంచి till Wano, this guy rewatched every episode with me. Every fucking episode he rewatched One Piece.
That's a lot.
I know.
That's a lot of episodes.
Speaking of Luffy,
To be frank, that's a lot of episodes. To be frank.
yeah, Luffy is also named after One Piece.
Perfecto. Just check the connection, no? Ikkada.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another thing that we shared was One Piece, and we did a lot of things.
A lot of good anime, and we kind of watched.
We
it
watched a
before,
lot
yes.
of things. We watched a lot of things.
I think. Did you guys ever get into fight where you had physical injury or deformity
Me?
because of it?
Yeah.
What is your physical deformity?
Physical in the sense, it was probably just bruise and then
Oh, that's it.
nothing
You-
to point
you
at. They
didn't break
broke.
anything?
Nothing.
Okay. You?
I was a decent kid.
That doesn't make you decent or good. Unfortunately.
No, you guys have.
Dude,
declared
I got into a weird fight
Hmm.
with myself.
this
He's wondering now what
the
fuck is he talking about?
is why I have a podcast with this human. This is why.
And you will not believe I broke my hand. Look here, you see this bend here. This bend is that bike accident I spoke about.
Huh.
This bend is that because of that fight. This bone broke loose.
తప్పు లేదు నువ్వు సైకాలజీ చదవటంలో.
So I think as vaguely as I remember, it was mostly around my diploma time, and we used to have a lot of fights.
Were you drunk?
Yeah, pissas. And we used to have a lot of fights between departments. So electrical always used to fight with EC. And there was
To
once.
come again, I got injured not because I was fighting someone. I was trying to break two people apart and they hit me.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
anyways, okay, yeah, please continue. Huh?
So what happened was we had a fight earlier in the department, and three of us boys, we went out, we drank, and we're like, "Bloody, we are going to fight, beat them up, man." And we're like all fired up and all, like, fucking hell! And we were, I banged the transformer box. Sound came boom.
This is why you became an electrical engineer.
Okay, and then all my friends looked at me.
To repair that.
No. Funny part is all my friends looked at me. I'm like, why are these fuckers looking at me? My hand was like Popeye's hand. This hand swelled up like this. Pussani.
But were you electrocuted?
What electrocuted? I banged a metal box which is so sturdy, government grade metal.
Emo.
And then it's
Some
like,
Tamil movie I'm expecting. Korte irigpoyi
Okay.
transformer pelipothe.
I am not joking. This hand swelled up. Immediately, everything went down. Everything in my head, whatever intoxication was there, totally out of the window. In a matter of seconds.
Tagin digada mari.
Seconds. Just went down. So pain because of the pain. And then I'm looking at my hand. My friends are looking at me. The sound basically startled everyone. We're looking at each other. Then I said, "Mama, I think it's broken."
Mama, I think
My friends are like,
Okay.
"Nikemana mental annaru." Like, "Mama, I think it's broken." I said, "Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll take you home. We'll drop you. You take care of yourself." And at that point, I was staying in my guardian's house. So I went home. And then I didn't tell her that night. I slept like that only. Morning, I woke up. Assuming that it was just a bruise.
Brain.
Morning, I'm looking, hand is still swollen. Then I understood it's broken. So, of course, pain subsided a little bit. Me being the self-taught medical student that I am, I thought I can solve all my world problems. I put my hand on the table and I pressed it. I pulled it like this and I pressed. Crunch, one sound came. Or so I thought. I reset my own hand. Crunch, one sound came, and sharp pain in my head I felt. And then I said, okay, this is not working. Definitely something is wrong with my hand. Went to the doctor. X-ray this said. The bone is supposed to be like this, no single. It broke like this.
And you pushed it down again.
And I pushed it down. So supposedly I did the right thing. Supposedly, luckily, I did the right thing. He said, ఇంకా కొంచెం గ్యాప్ ఉంది నేను దోస్తా అని చెప్పి లాగి మళ్ళీ చేసాడు ఇంకా క్రంచ్ అనింది. And I think because I didn't, I waited over the night, it didn't set properly.
Okay.
So what happened is it calcified a little more, and you can feel, if you touch here, you can feel that bend. And till date, if I press here like this, it still hurts.
Yeah, so I have that with my
So
wrist.
even if I do dips on a thinner barbell, I can feel the pain. When I lift weights, I'm fine. But when I do dips and the pressure falls,
So I broke this toe here. So you know this toe goes from here till here. I broke that. Same way, it was just a airline fracture.
and it'll never go away.
And what I broke this in Bangalore, 12th. So కట్టేసి బస్లో హైదరాబాద్కి వచ్చాను నేను.
Wow.
And you know the funny part, it was raining and I had to pee. సో కవర్ చుట్టుకుని బస్సులో దిగి వాడి చేత ఆపి కుంటుకుంటూ ఒక లెగ్ పైన హాప్ చేసుకుంటూ ఒక లెగ్తో బ్యాలెన్స్ చేసి
I think this is by far the most stupidest thing I've done. And I regret it, and this is like a reminder for me. Every time I look at it, I'll be like, okay, don't do stupid
So
things.
I think by then I broke both my hands, and this was the third fracture I had. And to a point where I was in Christ. In Christ, for you to go outside, you have to convince the wardens that you're sick. And they'll take you to the hospital.
And the funniest part is, I've been in big accidents. None of the big accidents I broke any bones. The other people got injured. I think we spoke
yeah.
about this in the last episode.
So I'm trying to tell
I
the
shouldn't
warden.
travel with you. That's what you're saying.
Yes, that is the conclusion I also came with.
Nothing like that. You give me your bike, I'll show you how I drive. Or come sit with me.
No. Again. See, the incident that happened with me, that will happen with him. Double. అట్లా అవుతుంది. Anyways, coming back to it, I had to, because I instantly I knew my bone was broken. generally, because it's an airline, it's either a sprain or it's very hard to tell
Mm.
by feeling. But instantly I knew because I broke 2 of my limbs by then. And then the ward is like, no, it's only sprained. I'm like, sir, I know it's broken. I'll bet karta meeto part and వెళ్ళిమన్నాను. He took it to his ego. ఇది కూడా. He's like, sir, go. I will see if it's broken or not. Broken లేకపోతే నీ Christ was very strict. నుంచోబెట్టిస్తా నిన్ను బయట అన్నట్టుగా అన్నాడు ఏదో. కొంటి లేకపోయినా నుంచి ఐ విల్ మేక్ యూ స్టాండ్
X-ray తీస్తే it was broken, huh?
ఎక్స్రే తీసి ద ఎక్స్రే గై ఆల్సో సా ఇట్ లైక్ ఇరిగినట్లు లేదు సార్ అన్నాడు. అయితే పక్కా ఇరిగిందని నేను. దట్ గై
తెలుస్తుంది, నొప్పి ఉంటుంది.
తెలుసు కాదు.
Pain is different.
The swelling is different.
Yeah.
I've seen that swelling enough on this hand and this hand.
Like python.
And you also it starts becoming bluish green.
My brother broke both his hands at the same time.
So then the radiologist, after taking the x-ray, is like, కొంచెం ఇరిగింది సార్ అన్నాడు. And the doctor says, ఇరిగింది
Hairline
అన్నాడు.
fracture.
And then I called the warden. I said it's broken. And then I went Hyderabad, came here for 2 weeks only. I went back. Warden ki wheelchair lo. Christ gave me a wheelchair. Wheelchair lo కూర్చొని, sir, look, it's broken. I showed it. Look, it's broken.
This guy had that warrior's pride.
I don't know about pride. I've done some stupid things I'm not proud of. I think
All of us have done it.
the most stupidest accident I got into was when I was in 10th class, and that is the reason for the bulb in my hand. And I'm not joking, it was on the same SD. Okay, and my brother also fell on the same SD. My brother didn't fall. You know how he went? He went straight into the refrigeration van. The fella braked. He went straight and banged into it. Okay, you know how he banged? I'm not joking. The van is like this, flat. Literally like Tom and Jerry story. He went banged with his face.
Wow.
Why do you think he has big lips? I'm not joking.
I don't think he's seen your brother.
He's ఇక్కడ కుట్లు వేశారు. I remember they put stitches in his lip because he went splat. And his lip is nice and juicy now.
Can we stop talking about accidents now?
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
Okay.
He gets
that
very
was one.
squeamish.
And the funny thing was, he went both his hand. He did see any sensible person remove the hand or you try to get off something. He went like this on dishum. Both hands broke. Like this only. And there's like an imprint in the van. That is why I'm saying Tom and Jerry. This was the funniest. Me, stupidity. I'm going on the highway. నెల్లూరులో హైవే ఉండేది అప్పుడు, లేఅవుట్ దగ్గర, మాగుంట లేఅవుట్ దగ్గర. Going on the highway, and then the sound comes, right? I'm going. Idiot from behind lorry fellow, he comes this close and he honks. I panicked.
I'm sorry to cut you. I'm gonna make a series of your accident stories on Instagram.
I panicked, dude. You know what I did? I looked back, I looked front, I fell. That's why it's the stupidest accident. You know how I fell? I looked back, I looked front, I hit the divider. That's all I did. I hit the divider, and then I woke up. I was like, oh, lorry went off. He didn't run me over. And then I stood up. I tried to lift the bike. Those bikes are sturdy. Nothing happens to them. I tried to lift it. I couldn't. Endra ee chey laagutundi, taaladutundi chuste it was broken. I was like, oh, ouch. And then appudu kuda that SD does not do
this.
Literally. The SD does not have, I was in shock layer. The SD does not have that lock.
Okay.
It used to have a padlock.
Okay.
So what I did, I moved the bike to the side. I put the padlock. Put it on. I put the padlock. And I asked for lift.
ఇరిగిన చేతోటి.
ఈ చేత్తోలే. ఈ చేయి టాలడుతుంది.
ఎలా అడుగుంటే బాగుంటుంది.
Then I asked him for lift. And some guy came. పాపం చూసాడు. Said, నా పడిపోయాను అన్న సెంటర్ దిగుతాడు. He dropped me. I took a rickshaw from there. And then I went home. My mom started shouting. I was like, Ma, నేను పడితే నువ్వు నన్ను అరుస్తావు ఏంటంటే మమ్మల్ని.
Does she know the story how you fell?
Yeah, she knows. I told her later. In these years now, she's like, bah, the things you guys put me through. She says that. And she didn't say anything to my brother. That's why I was more irritated. He fell before me.
Okay.
She didn't say anything to him. You know why? Because
That
my
was
brother
the
came
main
back
point,
home.
I guess.
My brother came back home and he said sorry. And I didn't say sorry. So she was angry with me, but she was not angry with my brother.
Interesting. He wants to sit with you guys.
So that was the...
He'll sit అక్కడ మధ్యలో.
He won't sit. He'll lick my face with his tongue, which licked something else.
But engineering is... we had good things.
Engineering is always good. It's beautiful. I think we learn We learn a lot when we're away from our families.
Yeah,
And I
and
think that's
I think
part of the process.
you know, I was telling you, right? So he was one of the reasons why I started waking up early, because I had to open the door for him to use the washroom. And then slowly I started waking up early. I started sleeping early. I'm like, never in my life I did that. Huh? And Sundays are the only day. I'm like, dude, you do not wake me up till 10. I am sleeping till 10. And you know what he used to do? వీడి పాపం బోర్ కొట్టేది. I used to have 4 mattresses, 2 mattresses stacked on 2 mattresses, and I made a bed out of it and I put it on a corner.
Okay.
So
Like a futon.
like a foot, yeah. And I used to sleep diagonally, ఒట్టిగా. మంచి ఎయిర్ సర్క్యులేషన్ వచ్చేది మై రూమ్. ఐ గాట్ ది బిగ్గర్ రూమ్. అండ్ వీడికి ఏం తోచేది కాదు. ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ స్లీపింగ్ యూస్ టు కమ్ సిట్ ఆన్ మై బెడ్. యూస్ టు స్క్రోల్ త్రూ హిస్ ఫోన్.
No,
లెగ్స్
then you'll
చూస్తే
know.
మనిషి ఉన్నాడు ప్రతిసారి, ఎవ్రీ సింగిల్ టైమ్. అండ్ యూ నో వాట్ ఫనీ థింగ్, టుడే ఆల్సో ఐ పిక్డ్ హిమ్ అప్ at 5 a.m. Okay, I came home 6:30. I said, I'm gonna go sleep and then I have to go to the gym. And then I went and slept. And I realized I'm already done. I finished all my workouts. Okay, so I'm gonna sleep. I slept till 8. 8కి మళ్ళీ ఈ మనిషి వచ్చాడు. వచ్చి నా బెడ్ పైన కూర్చొని ఉన్నాడు. He's just sitting there watching this. I'm like, dude, such nostalgia I had. లెగుస్తావా అన్నాడు. అప్పుడు ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఆల్సో సేమ్ డైలాగ్. లెగుస్తావా అంటాడు కూర్చొని. బట్ we used to wake up, we used to go for breakfast. Or bike paina.
I almost fixed his sleeps like
He
that,
slept,
man.
he
So
fixed
I-
it, and I gave him a gym routine. I used to
Yeah.
train him.
I think that's
Trade-off.
what it's about, right? Friendships.
I trained him
You learn something,
properly.
try to be
I mean,
the best version.
learned a lot from each other.
Yeah, but of course you can also learn the bad stuff. It depends, I guess. Just a
That's-
choice.
yeah.
Just a choice.
And I think I've never told you about my lab incident, right? Where I forgot that lab coat.
No, I want you to tell the story where DSP lab.
Okay, I will come to that afterwards. Okay,
Okay.
before that, let me tell you this
No,
story.
let me stop you here. So coming back to the point that you are running your 10 km.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I want to talk about runs now for a while.
okay.
I got bored talking about college life.
There's always about runs, right?
Not necessarily.
Again, this man, even if he travels, he'll travel for running. Even
Oh,
if
it's
he's
beautiful.
I mean, yeah.
Okay,
I'd agree.
you tell me, running didn't change your life? Simple
mean,
answer
hey,
to all your questions.
you want to go to Goa as a trip?
Let's
Boys,
go.
He'll say గోవాలో అల్ట్రా మ్యారథాన్.
I never said anything like that.
వెళ్దాము, గోవా మ్యారథాన్ ఉంటది,
I never said.
గోవాలో ఐరన్ మ్యాన్ ఉంటది, ఐరన్ మ్యాన్ చేసి దాంతో
By the-
పార్టీ
by the way-
I know.
Iron Man.
We will eventually.
Yeah, we
Okay.
will.
But the funniest part is, since you mentioned Goa, I was checking Hell Race.
Okay.
Hell Race is basically all the most toughest races and along the borders and all that. And they have ultra marathon in
Goa.
Goa.
Around the border of Goa.
No, it's not on.
Then
They
how-
have
how-
an
how
ultra
long is
marathon.
it?
I'm not sure. I just saw it yesterday. I was reading, and they have one in August
If it's
in
50
Goa.
If it's 50, 50.
No,
60s.
Hell Race, I don't think it's short. I think they do have shorter distances.
Would you do
But they do.
hypoxy thing? Not hypoxy, sorry. Hydrox races. Hydrox? Is
What
that
is Hydrox?
you know what Hydrox
What
is?
is Hydrox? No.
Hydrox is basically, okay, you can finish the running. I'll just get the thing
Is it
definition.
Hydrox
I think
or
it's
Hypox?
Hypox is different.
Hypoxic is without oxygen.
No,
That's
it's
high
not.
altitude runs.
I'll figure it out. You guys
Yeah,
talk.
Hydrox.
Okay, coming back to runs, right?
So I know it's taken a turn for you, right?
That's definitely taken. I mean, I was at around 120 kgs of weight, okay, and currently I'm still at 102 or something.
You'll
Roughly.
beat it. You'll beat the number. I think that's just a number
Yeah,
game.
that's just a number. But more than that, right? You see people feeling that they're too heavy for running and all.
Misconception.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You also had it until we
Yeah, I had
until you
it.
start running.
Yes.
I never once thought in my life that I'd run a 10k. Okay?
Exactly, right? That's the beauty of running.
I think that is the feeling that all of us had.
Mhm.
When we ran
we
a
eventually
10K.
overcome it.
Yes.
in when we make
yes.
it a
So you
habit.
do it, and that feeling hits you, and then the next time you do a 10K, it won't hit you. You'll have to do something more.
So it's always like you need a bigger fix.
Yeah, it's always like
That's
we
how
were
it works
chasing
with
something.
running.
We'll be chasing something, always, and it's like the same thing, right? You see something. The
Okay,
next time
so
you see, you won't see the same spike in your.
Exactly.
so high rocks is basically a combination of
High
running.
rocks.
Yes, you know high rocks.
Okay, tell me.
You know what it is?
No, tell me.
So high rocks is basically running and functional workouts where the participants run 1K and then they do a functional workout.
CrossFit
then-
is the same.
Yes, basically that's why I'm asking you.
Okay.
So the functional workouts, from what I've seen, is they do rope pulls where they have the weight hanging. They pull. They do sled.
I understand what
weighted
you're saying.
sleds. They do burpees.
So
they
this
do,
one,
I think it's either 8.
CrossFit has the same thing. They'll climb with the rope
No.
and they have weight
That is
training
different.
after that. It's
So
like a ward.
these functional trainings, they have the format. I think it's 8 functional things, they do it. They repeat it 8 times. So the functional things is burpees, sled pushes. Again, they pull rope pulls, and then you do weight ball squats. But you push
How
it.
is it different from
CrossFit? The CrossFit, it's
the same
basically
thing.
a CrossFit thing,
Same
but it also
model.
involves running in it.
same model? CrossFit also has
Yes.
running workouts. CrossFit has running workout for cardios. It has ski pulls.
Yeah, so yes, High Rocks also has ski pulls. It also has that, the work, I do not know what it's called.
They
Ball,
also do have the rower.
rower. Yes, High
Okay.
Rocks also
Then
has
they
that.
also have. There's one more. I forgot. That is the most intense. People burn out on that and they puke. So remember, we have this elliptical kind of a thing.
Hmm?
It sounds fun for us, but they have one in
Yeah,
CrossFit,
it has a
which
fan.
is like a fan.
Yeah, I know what it is. So
Freaking
basically, that is
hell,
exactly what High Rocks is. You
spikes
basically
your heart
told High
rate.
Rocks. I
Okay.
thought there's another competition for
No,
CrossFit.
I'm not doing
Would you do
High
High
Rocks?
Rocks?
No,
You should,
I'm not interested.
because it's I think it's a 4-hour thing.
Would you come and run intervals with me when it's crazy speed?
Yeah, I will.
So that thing. Would you do High Rocks? No.
I wouldn't do it because I do not like those workouts, anyways.
You would not do, because the kind of high you get with High Rocks is different. This is different.
See, running is
See,
different.
High Rocks lo at the end of the
Ray,
day.
I've asked you because you're into CrossFit.
No.
That is exactly why I'm
See,
asking.
I still do CrossFit workouts. See, right now what I'm doing, because I'm training for a certain race or whatever, I'm not pushing on my weight training.
I know.
So when I go a little off after my next run, timed run, once I get that gap, 1 month I'm going to hit the weights like crazy. Build up strength and then I'll get back again to training.
Yeah. We mentioned in the last episode, Bhargav is running his first official timed run, a 10K. A 10K. And we are excited.
Very excited.
I'm also very excited.
You should be excited. Why are we excited? That is also excitement for us.
See, I have the confidence that I can complete. So it's more like it's
Complete
it's a matter of
100% you will
interest.
complete.
It's
No
not-
doubt
yeah,
about
I
that. I'm not
completion-
worried about completion.
I
It's
don't
just a
think-
matter of timing it.
Yes. Timing also,
No,
I know
think-
what
I
timing
think-
you can do.
Yeah, it's more about we want you to enjoy the experience, cross the line, embrace that entire experience and that feeling,
It's
because
nice.
it's nice. And again, this is going to be very minor. You're coming again in August for the Hyderabad. Hyderabad
This
is next
August.
level. No,
See,
in
the-
25th.
The point
25th,
is always this. It's looking at how many people are running with you, people of different shapes, sizes, ethnicities,
ages.
and ages, and everyone comes together just for that single
Yeah.
purpose.
Mhm.
And that's the beauty of
You'll
it.
see kids,
And,
moms running. You'll see them running with their family, their parents. It's very interesting. It's very nice.
Yeah, like anybody can run, right? It's just a misconception, right? I'll tell you the same. I've never.
There are
believed
do's
that
and
I
don'ts.
could.
There are do's and don'ts.
Yeah, there are do's and don'ts.
That's all.
So you imagine going to a layman and saying a 100 kg person can run 10K within so and so time. Okay, will they believe that?
They don't.
Chances are they
nah.
probably won't.
See, that's the mind block we all have
Hmm.
as humans. But once you start, or once you learn that you can do, this was so easy,
Mhm.
then you're like, why not push a little more? Then
I
you go to the next
I
point.
remember before he started taking your plan, he was asking me. I used to give advice, same advice that you gave me, and he was like, "Ledra, avadra, it won't happen." And then I think one day he got fed up and he took your plan. He wanted to see what it is, and then he basically, and you told the same thing, and I think he probably told you the same thing as well. Avadu
Yeah.
and all this. But then
I do that.
I remember I kept telling him, "Cheste chusto," and you. Obviously, you're a professional with it, and
See, the
he
point.
started doing it, and then he only started taking his words back. I remember he's like, "Yeah,
See,
I put
every step or every phase that we have gone through, me and Bhargav, whatever he has said or I have said, we always end up contradicting towards the end.
Hmm.
So once he reaches that point, he's like, okay, now I know the context. where you were coming from when you said this. They're like, yes, as simple as that.
I think that's how
And the next step,
it's easy to accept and learn. I think the last episode you were saying this.
he's more open to the idea.
Yeah.
Now.
I'll always
Now,
be open.
because-
I'll try to be.
because when one thing is proven wrong, you start opening it up to more and more information.
So that's the point. Unfortunately, a lot of people are just blindly pushed without giving them the chance to embrace the small things first. And that's part of the reason people don't push themselves or they don't want to get into it because they're more worried rather than comforted or
And also
given that
there is
proper guidance.
there is that mindset of wanting a little bit more
Yeah, and
every single time.
it's
Yeah, now
more
he
like-
wants a lot more.
Yes.
You know
So-
what he did? He sent మొన్న ఏదో పంపించాడు నాకు ఫోటో కాదు ఏదో చెప్పాడు అయితే బికాస్ ఐ రిమెంబర్ టెల్లింగ్ ఇన్ ద బిగినింగ్ భార్గవ్ టుడే యూఆర్ టాకింగ్ లైక్ దిస్ ఓ నేను ఇంత చేస్తే చాలు అని టుమారో యూ విల్ కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు మీన్ సే యూ వాంట్ సంథింగ్ ఎల్స్ నౌ స్లోలీ
I also told him
యూ నో వాట్ ఈ స్టార్ట్ సెయింగ్ అయితే ఇలా బాడీ కావాలి నాకు ఇట్లా ఇప్పుడు కట్స్ కనిపిస్తున్నాయి అయితే నా లెగ్స్ లో ఐ వాంట్స్ దిస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ బాడీ నౌ హి సీ దట్స్ వాట్ హిస్ హోల్ మైండ్ సెట్ హస్
We had
చేంజ్డ్
the
నౌ
conversation also. We're talking
it's
about
like-
body structure, genetics, and what frame he has, how much muscle he can put on. If he wants a
he has a lot of muscle even if he just tones down
That's
it
exactly
doesn't
what I've
enough to
told him.
show
that's
he doesn't have
exactly
to do
what
anything.
I worked out with him. See, I know how much weight he lifts, and that weight is not being lifted just because of weight is moved by muscle, not just mass.
He's got muscle.
He was squatting as much as I
Because
was.
I know people who are obese and I know they can't lift, but I know a simple example, Anirudh.
Yeah.
That guy is muscle dense, and I know his name has come up in multiple podcasts of mine. Anirudh is a very
Does he
good
know?
friend of mine, and he's a very good.
Has he realized it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He knows, and he's a very good part of our group. He'll be like, Anna, don't talk about me. This is what he'll say.
I'll clip this.
But I
out.
can't help mentioning him again and again. Beautiful person.
But do you guys remember? I used to call both of you psychos.
Oh yeah.
Now you're one of us. Unfortunately or
Yeah.
fortunately,
I think
you took the leap and yeah, you're one of us. So there's no turning back once you get into this. Somehow it just draws you in further.
and also
further and
you know
further.
the funnier part, people around you also start getting drawn in because I started, you also
It's-
started.
See,
Yeah.
it's the energy that you give off. It's the place that you are in from where you were. People start to wonder. They'll be like, hey, this guy was like this.
రే
What
నేను నీకు
happened, right?
ఇంజనీరింగ్ లో చెప్పుంటే రే యూ విల్ కమ్ టు హైదరాబాద్ జస్ట్ ఫర్ అ నైట్ టు రన్
No, I would never have
నువ్వు
believed that.
నీ బర్కిన్ స్టాక్స్ చెప్పు ఇంత పొడుగు 13 సైజ్ చెప్పు తీసుకుని కొట్టాడు నన్ను ఆ రోజు
Hey, that time I was not having Birkenstocks.
సర్లే బట్ స్టిల్
Anything it
13
was, it would
size.
have broken.
కొట్టేదే
But the reality is that
ఐ థింక్ దట్
once
ఈస్
you start enjoying the process, I think it's same for anybody. You won't want to turn
More
back.
of a mindset change as well, if you ask me, right? See,
100%.
in engineering, there was a particular point of time where I was too lazy to go to workouts, okay? And then I remember this guy used to give me one particular look, okay? It's like, do you want to come to gym? Are you gonna waste your life like this? Okay, that look was
ఏం అనలే
conveying
ఐ
so
నెవర్
much.
యూస్ టు సే ఎనీథింగ్ ఐ యూస్ టు గివ్
Oh,
హిమ్
the
a
look,
look.
the look,
The look
okay.
conveyed that much.
Okay.
But
See, that
if you ask
doesn't
me
help.
now,
That doesn't help.
if you
What?
ask me now, it doesn't
I'm
He-
saying
happen.
that format of approach or that format of.
I never said
No, I'm
anything.
not talking about you.
Ah.
I'm saying in general.
I've never
That
said
format
anything.
usually
No,
doesn't.
he-
work.
I'll tell you what it was because
I've
both
seen-
us
I've seen a lot of negative reinforcement.
The-
Doesn't work.
we never gave each other negative reinforcement. The thing is, I used to go because it already became a habit for me, and I used to take his bike and go. Every single time, I'm like, dude, I'm going, and he said, I want to come with you. He was the one. I never asked him to come with me. He said, dude, I want to start coming with you. And any day that he feels lazy or he doesn't feels lethargic, he says, I don't want to come. Sir, bike ki na helta anta. Right? Again, that adds to this like shit. He's going. I want to go, and he used to come. It's not about negative reinforcement. It was just, you know how you say you run together. You work out
You
together.
look up to someone
you
and
will-
then you start.
Not about looking.
trying
It's
to-
about having that company.
Hmm.
Because what ends up happening is
See, company helps. I'm not saying no. So assume you meet someone, okay? Neither does he have the knowledge, neither do you.
yeah.
You end up going to the gym for 5 years. You're going to be in the same place.
See, again, that is a different thing. We're talking about routine and habits.
Routine habits, yes, it helps.
So see, because for us,
as long as you pick the good stuff.
I'll tell you what it is. It's there were days where
It's
I
again
also didn't
choice,
want to go.
no, not to.
There
It's
were
choice.
days where I also didn't want to go, right? నేను వెళ్తారా అనేవాడు వీడు. So now for us to miss the workout, both of us had to be convinced that we don't want to go. Even if
Understood. Okay.
and so it was harder for us
That's
to miss.
different. Yeah.
And that is how our routine got solidified.
Good.
And both of us made a lot of progress during that time. Lot of
So
progress.
his routine was better before. Then why now when he came to me, his routine is so bad?
Huh?
In the sense,
Work
his sleep
from
cycle,
home.
his
Work-
sleep cycle,
work
everything.
from home
His
కాదు.
sleep cycle, everything gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
this
it's
guy,
perfect.
This
Now-
guy
now he-
reverted a bit.
Now he himself corrected it.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, again, his sleep cycle was his influence.
And he corrected it recently. Nothing. 2.5 years of me telling him, he never corrected. Then with just, see, this is what I'm telling you. So it just takes one instance for the person to be like, yeah. And you might have said the same thing in multiple different ways, but you could never reach them. But just that one instance, he knows what I'm talking about. We both had this talk, and we're generally talking like this. And we're like, why don't you switch the runs to morning, and it'll help you make your. And he just tried it one day.
Okay.
He forced himself. So for him, this is how it works.
But to
If
be
he
fair, the last
genuinely-
2 weeks I haven't done it, but still.
But for him, one thing, genuinely, if he likes something or he really wants to do it, he'll do it.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
just has to fix his mind. For him, that's the only.
I've heard this all my life.
That's the only thing. No, you are again going off to other things.
No, I've just.
I'm talking about in sense of routine.
Yes.
I
No,
know that
I've-
for a fact you can correct things which you have control over. To be simple, to put it in simple terms, things you have control over, you can do.
That's
Okay, another thing. Today, so my routine is I make breakfast because he came home, right? It's not hard for him to follow his diet because he came to a place where he follows
Yeah,
something who's
yeah.
measuring everything.
Yeah.
Mom and dad asked me, ఏం తింటాడు వాడు అంటే నా డైటే ఈ జస్ట్ వెజిటేరియన్ వాడు కొలతలు వేరు అంతే ఓకే అన్నారు దెన్ మామ్ ఇస్ మేకింగ్ పనీర్ సంథింగ్ పనీర్ విత్ బిర్యానీ రైస్ ఈస్ మేకింగ్ తింటాడు పనీర్ ఏరుకుంటాడు మెజర్ చేసుకుంటాడు బిర్యానీ రైస్ మెజర్ చేసుకుంటాడు తింటాడు సింపుల్గా యాజ్ సింపుల్ as దట్ టుడే బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ ఆల్సో నీ ఇడ్లీలు ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయిరా ఎంత గ్రామ్స్ రా అన్నాడు 260 అన్నాడు నీ ఇడ్లీలు ఎంత 200 అన్నా అండ్ దెన్ ఓకే I gave an estimate count to mom because okay idli ఇంత count చెప్పి weighing scale వాడి ప్లేట్ పెట్టా put 2 spoons of chutney he said chutney ఎంత 175 grams
People find it so fascinating when other people do this.
yeah and
I'm
both
not
of us
joking. But for us, it is like a rule of thumb now.
yeah so
It's a routine.
so I put 75 I gave the plate I put mine I put 60 I put my plate idli వచ్చింది idli again I put it was 255 small piece idli I broke again sorry okay 260 because that half piece came from mine
I know.
నాది 200 అంటే హాఫ్ పీస్ చేస్తే నాకు 200 వచ్చింది ఆ హాఫ్ లో క్వార్టర్ పీస్ వేస్తే 260 వచ్చింది
Got it.
ఇది కూడా ఎంత అన్నాడు 260 ఇచ్చారా అన్నాడు
But when a new person looks at this, they get so frustrated.
yeah
That's true.
and another thing you know what happened after that I said he was saying my idlis were dense he says like రే మా ఇంట్లో ఇంకెక్కువ వస్తారా ఐ డోంట్ ఫీల్ దట్ ఫుల్ అంటే రే నాకు కూడా అట్లా అనిపించదు ఐ ఈట్ ఫ్రూట్ ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్ అన్న నేను ఫ్రూట్ తింటావా యూ వాంట్ యాపిల్ ఆర్ గోవా అన్న ఈ సైడ్ ఏదైనా ఉన్నా పర్వాలేదు సో 200 grams of apple is 1.5
No.
I did math నీకెంత ఉందిరా అంటే 200 అన్నాడు ఓకే 1.5 3 apples కోసే ఇచ్చా అని చెప్పి కట్ ఆఫ్ ఇచ్చా అయితే నేను ఈ సైడ్ నేను ఫ్రూట్ మిస్ అవుతున్నారా తినట్లేదు అన్నాడు ఈ టోల్ మీ
Yeah, he's not eating.
ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఈటింగ్
He's having
ఫ్రూట్ మిస్
difficulty with
అయిపోతుంది అన్నాడు And
So
then
the reason he gives me on and again is when the bike comes, I'll go buy fruits. When the bike comes, I'll go buy
No, this guy
chana.
knows the particular reason.
No, I get it.
అయితే you know what it reminded me of what I also used to do I also never used to have fruit remember I was never used to have curd these
It will
small
change.
fruits and curds I stopped
You know how much the difference is? So for him, there were a lot of things he would not want to have. Okay? The moment
you are not a fussy eater I am a fussy eater
for him, the moment he had
I
one
will
item,
pick on a very few items.
no, he added. When he added it, he saw that exponential change. He immediately said, okay, I'm going to eat it.
you know how we did it వీడు కూడా ముద్రోడు Sarna is very fucking smart one cunt only he is okay
We know he's manipulative.
very manipulative
I am not a manipulator.
Okay, see,
I have to be the
Okay,
way
I'll
I
tell
am to handle children like you.
sorry fine
Ah,
see
Okay, teacher.
welcome.
children are no okay Again, you'll make
I'm
reels.
also- I
You'll
also
make reels
sense it.
saying no off switch. All these things. But I'm very see. I'm very happy that
Which off switch were you talking about?
off switch champions do not have
Obviously,
something that
I don't
common
know.
people
Yes.
have, and that's an off
They
switch.
shouldn't have an off
Yeah,
switch.
I agree. See, that is why both of us have done so much
If I had
together.
an off switch out,
See, that is why both of us have done so
this
much
week
together.
I've pushed it to 80.
80 kilometers distance. Very good. Anyways, coming back to the story.
Ah.
So, you know what he did? I told him, Aditya, my close friend's wedding undi in Bangalore. I'm going for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Huh? He said, okay, which dates? I told him dates. He said, oh shit, Aslesh, those 2 weeks I'm putting you on a cut అన్నాడు. వీడు నిజంగానే అనుకున్నాడా నిజంగానే అనుకోలేదు తెలియదు నాకు సరేనా హీ టోల్డ్ ఐమ్ పుట్టింగ్ యూ ఆన్ అ కట్
Okay.
ఇట్ ఇస్ ద ఫస్ట్ టైం హీ సెడ్ కట్ అప్పటి వరకు వీఆర్ ఆల్రెడీ ఆన్ డెఫిసిట్ లైక్ హౌ యూ ఆర్
For him, he
Uh-huh.
was
1 second.
excited.
I was like, katta? Huh? Like, you know how
Fancy word.
bodybuilder cuts on chudu. I was like, oh. And he said, and then another thing he threw. He knows this about me. He said, నువ్వు చేయగలుగుతావా చేయలేవేమో he put this on.
That pushes you, that burns you.
నాకు చేసి చూపి I was like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it. And then I said, why? And like, I'll have to drop your rice, only vegetables, no vegetables తినపోతే పడిపోతావు అన్నాడు ఫుల్. అండ్ he said, now you're going to Bangalore, wedding అంటున్నావు, సంగీత్ అంటున్నావు, డాన్స్ అంటున్నావు, I'm very worried ఇది అది అంటే something he did, drama he did. Okay. And then again చేయగలుగుతా. And then he gave solution also. He said, order Calibi, నీ మెజర్మెంట్స్ అన్ని ఎస్టిమేట్ చేసుకుని తిను, ట్రై ఇట్, బాల్ పార్క్ ఇట్, ఇట్స్ ఫైన్ దోస్ 2 weeks చేసి. he didn't care if I'm eating బాల్ పార్కింగ్ ఇట్ నాట్ బాల్ పార్కింగ్ ఇట్. వాడికి నేను వెజిటబుల్స్ తినాలి. Fucked up scam he did do that.
He's eating or not?
It's 2 weeks.
Who benefited?
2
Did I
weeks.
benefit by him eating vegetable?
2 weeks. You
Let
know,
him finish.
2 weeks. I didn't eat rice.
Ah.
I ate salad. I ordered salad bowls. I ate it. I'm sending him. He said, send me photos. I sent him photos. I'm eating my fruit. I'm eating my vegetables. I'm doing all of this. And my friend, he's a Marwadi. వాడేమో వాళ్ళ whole house is bothered. They're making jokes saying, ఒక మెషిన్ ముక్కుకు పెట్టుకో ఊపిరి కూడా క్యాల్కులేట్ చేసుకో అన్నారు. అట్లా ఆడుకున్నాను నన్ను.
Okay. That time when he went, he started the cut. The next time he went to meet Ratty, his friend itself said, Indra ittunnavanu.
That is there.
That's the difference.
He's a power lifter, Rati. I don't know,
Perception.
you met Rati.
ఏమన్నా
No, I've
తెలుసా?
never met him, but I've
Ratty also
seen you
triggered
mention
him.
him.
Ratty also triggered him in a certain way. So he said, I don't think ఏమో అట్లా అనిపించలేదు అన్నట్టు. Some topic came up between them.
Okay.
I remember the context on that. So that also triggered him. So
Not
like,
Rati, not Rati.
who was it? Ratty only?
Rati's friend who I met, he said, this,
it అవ్వదు something.
No,
ఇంత
he's-
calories ఎక్కువ తింటున్నావు అవ్వదు
no,
something.
he's basically, his opinion, everyone in the fitness community
Yeah.
has his opinion.
Yes.
Very sweet guy. He's a very, very good
I
power
didn't say
lifter.
anything bad
No,
also,
I'm just
bro.
telling. No, I'm not saying bad. I'm just telling context. Everyone has their own opinion when it comes to
yes.
things, because we work on it and we give advice based on our experience.
Yeah, that's
So his
true.
experience, he has a lot more muscle, power lifter, very beautiful physique.
Okay.
Vadu, he said, Ledu, what you're doing, I don't think you shouldn't work it out like this. You have to do something else. He was giving his opinion. This doesn't look like 15%. This doesn't look like, he said this doesn't look like 15% anadu. And for somewhere in my mind, I also knew this is not 15%. I knew it was around 18 or something. But I was like, అప్పటి వరకు I never focused on that number.
Scenarios,
అంటే
situations,
నాకు
what
I
decide.
never cared about body fat
Mhm.
percentage till then, but now I was like, I want to do a cut. I want to get
నువ్వు అప్పుడు కూడా నమ్మవు. I knew for a fact he could have touched 7 to 8. He fudged it up in the last 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I didn't say anything also.
Yeah,
అది కూడా I was okay
Fudged
with.
it up
That was
అంటే
fine.
అంటే
ఏం చేయలేదు.
Huh.
డైట్ కోకులు తాగుతా ఉన్నాడు
ఆడుకుంటాడు.
Diet Cokes.
last 2
Ones you
weeks.
have.
See, డైట్ కోక్స్ తాగుతుంటాం కాదు. During that time, fortunately, a lot of family situation came.
Okay.
A lot of people
Basically
came,
functions.
functions and all that stuff. And నేను అప్పటికి ఫుడ్ ఐమ్ రిస్ట్రిక్టింగ్ ఫర్ దెమ్. చేతిలో వాటర్ కూడా ఒప్పుకోరు. ఈదర్ లైమ్ సోడా ఆర్ డైట్
Something you
కోక్.
should have.
ఐ డు నాట్ లైక్ లైమ్ సోడా. ఐ షుడ్ హ్యాడ్ లైమ్ సోడా. అయిపోయేది. నేను డైట్ కోక్ పట్టుకున్నా. దట్ వాస్ ది ఓన్లీ డిఫరెన్స్.
అంతే.
అంతే, అది కాకుండా ఏం లేదు. అండ్ దెన్ ఆల్సో అనదర్
See, the
థింగ్
thing
ఇస్
is about toxin flushing.
అనదర్ థింగ్
That
ఇస్
didn't happen.
it didn't do any harm, but
It
it
didn't do
didn't
any
let our progress get better.
ఏం
Yeah,
లేదు,
that's true. I
ఫ్లష్
mean,
అవ్వలేదు ప్రాపర్ గా.
Ante.
See, if it's like comparison is this as plain and simple: drinking water and drinking Coke, Diet Coke. That is the comparison here.
Then another
Ante
thing
next.
is what happened. I started feeling lethargic because of it. Energy dropped. That is normal
yeah,
during
that's
the
true.
cut.
That happens.
I stopped doing any form of cardio. I should have walked.
Hmm.
These two things, we would have touched
ఇంకా
a
బాగా వచ్చేది,
different number.
బట్ గుడ్ ఇనఫ్. I have
Yeah,
no,
10.
It's very
I was
good,
very.
actually.
I never
I have
expected 10.
no
Hmm.
But now it's a
qualms.
grain. Now that I've gone through it, it's gonna be. We learn from it.
Oh, you know what the difficulty is? Bulking up.
Mm.
So you go,
You
know why?
You know what fucked up? See, my body is so in tune. I'm eating food 4 weeks, nothing is going.
ఏమవుతుందంటే his body always, I've told you this also, once you reach a certain place, even if you go vacation for a week or 2 weeks, your body does not change. Why? It has reached a certain way of functioning. So whatever you give it, it will process it in a certain way and release the rest. Now for him, what's happened is we have pushed so far that now he is on a 20 close to 10 to 15% plus,
Okay, surplus.
but his body is not gaining any weight. He's not gaining
Okay.
weight.
No,
So
once
it will take a little time for his body to understand that we want it to switch over, and then it will switch.
people
that he has
normally
to wait.
have
has
one
to
of the thinking out of two things. Okay, one is it is very difficult to lose weight. It is very difficult to gain weight. I think you've
See,
got to
I
both.
think I've done both. I've done both. Not now. A very long time ago. Remember, I was 48 kgs at one point.
That is not healthy.
That was not healthy. Yes, it was not healthy. I'm telling you, that was a depression starving that I did.
Oh, Atlanta.
It was not healthy.
Okay.
48. So 48 kgs means I had to again put on weight. I know how hard it is.
Tough.
It is tough. And luckily, muscle memory kicked in. So I was 80 kgs. I shaved off healthy weight till 63. Not very lean, but decent. 18% our time. And then now starvation happened. Depression, starvation. And then we basically went to, and then 48 kgs again I had to put on weight. Luckily, because I was already working out, my muscle memory kicked in and it started getting back the muscle that I had.
Makes sense.
And I got back to 60 again. And then again it was hard. And then again did ugly. And again I did clean. And now I'm trying to do
I
clean
remember
again.
how you were when you came back from the US.
Yes.
That was ugly.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had a lot of junk at that point. He enjoyed himself, and he was very clear. He told me,
Cock tour,
Aditya.
we did an hour and 20.
Yeah. He said, Aditya, I didn't.
Wow.
He said, Aditya, I didn't do a clean cut. I'm eating whatever I want. I'm eating beef. I told him, eat meat, eat meat, eat meat. Lucky, one good thing, he ate meat like anything.
Okay.
He was worried about his uric acid. I said, whatever it is, you come back here, we'll rectify.
My
But
weight
eat meat.
maintained.
Okay.
My weight
Yeah, I remember you telling that.
లాగాం రిటర్న్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఎంత, when he came, how he was, we just drained him out.
దాని
beautifully.
తర్వాత
That is when
creatine
he
load
started
చేసాం.
training, running.
క్రియేటిన్ లోడ్ చేసాము.
And his cut he did with creatine.
Wow.
Creatine తీసుకుంటూ కట్ చేసాడు. That is another, usually a lot of people, the body does not respond properly.
I mean, he's put in a lot of effort. I
Yes,
can tell you that. I can
100%.
assure you.
Actually,
Without effort, where
Bhargav,
you
now
live.
that I think about it, Bhargav is...
Similarly, he is also put in a lot of effort.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
I'm
point is
trying to.
this, ఏం తెలుసా, మనం పెట్టే ఎఫర్ట్ మనకు తెలియదు,
Exactly.
పక్కన వాళ్ళకే కనిపిస్తుంది. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Bhargav is probably one of the only person that has first-hand witnessed my lowest lows, my highest highs, and my entire process throughout it. I think that is one
And
thing.
similarly you,
Yes,
to him.
similarly. So that is why both of us do give each other that appreciation. I feel.
100%. You
Yeah,
should.
and you've seen me mention the other day, right? When you go through your lowest lows, after a point of time, you get strong enough that they won't feel low anymore.
Yeah.
Even at this
'Cause
point, if you go to that lowest
I think that's
point that you
something
had,
that we
You learn to handle it better.
learn to
Yeah,
handle
you
it
handle it
better,
better.
and
See,
also
I'll be very frank with you. There's a lot of chemical release in your head. Now, what's happening is, even if you're at your lowest low, you have your routine, you have a certain format you work in. Your release is always there, irrespective. You're in a good place, you're in a bad place. So that's what holds you. Okay, and this is all because of your routine, the way you eat, the process you're always going through keeps you stable. This is how I see it personally.
okay.
And that is what I always give out to other
you know a
people.
funny
It
thing.
always awards you to have a routine.
This week I didn't run, right? All of my friends have been saying, dude, you feel dull. You look dull. You don't have no energy.
You actually have more energy.
No, it
You
but
feel low.
you feel, yes, you feel moody. You look moody. I'm
It's
like,
like you're off drugs, right?
yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, this is. I'm just a mellow person, like generally. But whenever I run, I get that energy
Energy.
throughout my
You
day.
feel very nice,
Yeah.
fresh.
Mm.
Okay, I think
We'll
it
wrap
was
it
a
up.
lovely episode. It was lovely
Yes.
having you with us, Bhargav. And I think
Lot of
tomorrow
stories,
is
lot
going to
of
be
serious
a very good
conversations.
run.
Yes, Bhargav is
The first
gonna.
of many.
Yeah, okay.
The
Yeah.
first of many.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're really looking forward to it.
I too. I'm definitely gonna complete it. That's
That is
No,
given.
no,
there. That is a
completion.
given.
That's a given.
You think we'll let you go?
You know what
Speak
I'll
as if
do?
you'll make me crawl.
You-
We'll be there with you.
You know how you remember your brother when I finished my first 10K?
Huh?
You were running with me and your brother came running.
Yeah.
After finishing, I'll do that tomorrow.
Oh.
No worries.
Fucking asshole he is.
What happened was one more thing, funny thing. I was keeping somebody else's extra bib also in that green Kana run.
Oh yes.
And I ran. She got first place.
See,
She got first place. They called her. Okay. You got first place. Where are you? Come to the podium.
that is a 21K run.
Come to
21K.
the podium. This one. I didn't run. I'm sleeping. Put the phone down. And they cancelled her. Name
See,
out of
he
the list.
ran with a female bib. ఓకే అండ్ వీడు మామూలు పరిగెడతాడా లేదు ఆ రోజు ఎందుకో పరిగెడతా అని
See, the
పరిగెత్తాడు
point is, I ran with her bib because she was not coming. So I thought, okay, I'll keep it. And I put it in the bag and I just ran.
See, he ran a 10K in 45. You did 45 that day? 50.
That was fast. That was
He did 50.
I just pushed that day.
He just pushed. 50 women's category is what generally people keep winning here.
I don't know. I don't
I from
know
what
what's
I've
the winning
seen.
number. And that run was not like it was a very big event, but someone ran.
It is
with that
actually pretty
speed
big. That even Green Kana
considerably,
was
considerably. No, I'm
big.
saying a lot of big players didn't.
Oh,
run.
yeah. Not
That's
a lot.
what I meant to say. A lot of big players didn't run.
It was not a
Because
flagship
There
run.
are women who run very fast, huh? I mean, of course, you're seeing world records, so
Yeah.
obviously,
Excited for the Olympics.
yeah. Excited for Olympics. I'm excited that Turkey is
The
sending
marathon.
Already
sending
following
assassins to shoot, and those
No,
guys
I'm
are
talking about-
coming
I'm talking about
without lenses.
marathons.
Huh?
The marathon long distance.
Yeah, waiting. I think someone sent the schedule.
I think so.
Yeah,
Anyways,
someone sent the schedule.
we will catch you guys next time. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye bye.
Bye.